Your ego can block you from getting all this knowledge and wisdom to unlock the best version of yourself, okay? I've struggled in the past with letting my ego dictate where I'm going in the future. And what is the ego? The ego is a physical, it's your body, it's your soul, it's your past, it's your family members, okay? And you don't need to be like anybody in your family. You don't need to be of how you look, okay? I look strong, I look stoic, I look like I could tear your head off. But guess what? That's not what I'm gonna do. I'm not a dangerous, scary man that is coming after you, okay? I may look like it because that is the ego, that is the physical. And soon the physical is going to pass away. So I'm going to break down steps that you need to take to break your ego to unlock the best version of yourself. First, we're going to start off with the mindset. We're going to dive straight into it. So the mindset of the ego. I believe that I have to put on a mask when I make content. When I do not have to do that. I can be 100% real with you guys. Do I want to be out here having my whiteboard in my room, making videos? No, I don't. I could be walking on nature. I could be getting fresh air. I could be outside. But guess what? I have to think farther than the physical. I have to think, where am I going to be in 10, 20 years with my purpose, with my business, with my vision, and where I'm going, okay? The mindset is detaching from the physical and what it looks like right now. Your situation might be scary. Maybe your body's not on point. Maybe your finances are on point. But guess what? If you have the mindset and capacity to detach from your situation, and to build towards a better example, that's what's truly going to give you a peaceful mind. Okay, I'm telling you right now, I live in my father's house. Do I want to live here? No, I don't. But I'm grinding each and every day on my online coaching. I'm grinding at my job to break the chains of where I'm at right now. And I know it's not just going to happen overnight. I could either think of it in a good way, or I could think of it in a bad way. Same with me losing my relationship. I could have been in my head. I could have been like, oh, I wasn't the man that I was meant to be. Or I could use that relationship to build me even stronger. It all starts in the mind. Once you break the ego and look yourself in the mirror and realize you were not good enough, okay? That's what I had to do. I realized I was not good enough for a girl to provide for her, to open up my mind, my heart to her. I wasn't good enough. So I had to get that in my mind and realize it so I could grow. Once you break your ego around your mindset, you're going to realize how much potential you have. You are on a creative universe. You can create your dream reality. You can make as much money as possible. You can have your dream body as long as you believe it in your mind. And one belief system that's going to take you to the next level is believing in yourself and not letting your past dictate where you're going from your mindset, okay? Your mindset is going to block you off from opportunities that you cannot expect. I am a lonely guy. I don't like reaching out to people. I don't like texting friends. I barely even like texted my girl, bro. Like I would hide her social media and I wouldn't even be able to see what she's doing. Like I'm a very passive guy that likes being alone, that likes to conquer. Guess what? That is an ego thing too. I don't have to be that way. I could check up on my girl. I could text a friend, but my ego is blocking me off in my limiting mindset. And I got that from my dad, okay? My dad likes to be alone. He likes to conquer alone. He likes to do things alone. But I realize that's blocking me off from opportunities. But if I expand my mind and really grow with people, I'm going to have more of an abundance. I'm telling you right now. Yeah, it's cool getting everything alone by yourself. But at the end of the day, does it really matter that you have all these physical things to cover up your ego, to cover up the hurt that you went through? Okay? I wear all black so you can see that I wear all black. There's no meaning or like color behind this black, bro. Like I am the light in the dark. That's how I see it, okay? And I don't like to use things that cover me up in who I am because I know I'm a good soul and I'm here to do things out of good deeds every single day. Okay? So stop having your mindset dictate where you're going and how your state of mind is right now, because your situation might not look the best. Mine doesn't look the best, but I'm always trying to sharpen my mind to build it even closer to the man that I could become. And you also got to have the following actions to actually get there, because mental toughness is cool, right? I could dream about my scat pack all the time. Like, I could dream about it. But if I'm not taking the physical steps of posting videos, of checking on my clients, of making money, it's never going to happen. Same with me and my girl. I would believe in my mind that my girl knows that I'm going through a hard situation, of me working 8 hours, of me waking up conquering, of me doing all these things for her to get her financially free so we can live together. But I wasn't using my mindset to open up, to actually bring her closer to me, to realize my situation and where I'm at. I had my mind block me off from what I had, so I lost it. And God's gonna do that with relationships over and over again. If you block yourself off, if you block your mindset, you're never gonna become the best version of yourself. And you could think of this as financially too. If you block yourself off to open opportunities for you to become financially free, it's never going to be there. If I never started coaching online, I would have blocked the opportunity to make money online. But guess what? I took the opportunity out of fear and doubt. Nobody in my family posted on social media like me. Nobody in my family has ever started online fitness coaching. Okay? I'm the only one. Guess what? It's my mindset, and I believe that I can make a change and break the chains in my family. You guys got to realize we all have an ego that is going to block us off from reaching our full potential. Once you break this down and you see how beautiful you are as a human being, everything is going to come together. And of course, I had things as black and white. I could have a whole bunch of color, but guess what? Life is not colorful. Life gets dark. Are you going to own up to the dark and really know who you are? Or are you going to keep hiding behind your limiting mindset, bro? Stop limiting yourself. I used to do this all the time. Limit my mindset of, oh, I can't go up and talk to a girl. You know, I got to be a stoic man that, that needs to attract girls. Yeah, like that's just my ego blocking me off. Oh, no, you can't call your girl. You got to be that stoic, mysterious man. That's my ego blocking me off. Oh, you got to eat your beef and eggs. You're gonna be really healthy. You can't eat what your family's eating. That's my ego is blocking me off from building a deep connection. But of course, I'm eating those healthy foods for my health, bro. I care about my health and I care about where I'm going. So I'm also using my mindset to see, okay, my ego is there, but I know where I'm going in the future, instead of just ending it on the ego and trying to be completely different from everybody else. Because being different can be a good thing, but it also can be dangerous at the same time, okay? Because you can step on a lot of toes. I do this a lot with my content, posting on social media, stepping on toes, making people mad, and really showing my ego for no reason, when that is not me as a human being. I'm nice, I'm generous, I'm giving, I'm kind, I'm peace. I'm like the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ every single day, and that's who I strive to be every day. So I want to lift you up so we can break this ego and build your mindset through thinking of an abundance of who you can become, instead of trapping yourself in a box. I know how it feels trapping yourself in a box, okay? I trap myself in a box every day, but the box that I trap myself in is self-improvement. It's working out. It's developing and inspiring people around the world. It's a different type of box than what I used to have. I used to be in a box of fear, of doubt, of anxiety, of acne, of being skinny. That was the box that I was in. That was my mindset of chasing lust, pleasure. That's what I struggled with. I struggled with lusting over girls, looking on my phone, seeing chicks, seeing like booty on my screen, seeing, girls that look beautiful, okay? But I was abusing it over and over again. Same with me playing the video game. This was my ego blocking me again. Oh, Julian, you gotta play the video game because your brother played the video game. You gotta go through your phase because your brother did. And like I realize we do a lot of things because other people do it. I don't want to be like everybody else. I see people that look miserable every single day. That's why I have to break the ego and stand out and be different. That's why I love the way I got raised up as a kid. I was not in the classroom with all the other kids. I would get moved to the sped class, okay? I know it sounds pretty funny, right? You're laughing, Jeff, huh? You're laughing, but guess what? When you guys were in that box, I got moved out of the box and I actually did fun things like exploring my mind, like playing games, like truly seeing who I am, okay? And you got to realize this. You don't want to be like the rest. You don't want to be the 9 to 5 work. I'm telling you. I don't want to be that. That's why I strive so hard on these videos, okay? But the mindset, stop limiting yourself. I could rant about the mindset 24/7 because your mind is a big thing, but boom, we saw the mindset is just stop limiting yourself. Okay. And the ego and your discipline. This is a big one, okay? Well, my ego and my discipline, they match up perfectly because every day I wake up, I got my ego telling me, you have to be that man. You have to be him every single day. Because I built this brick by brick, but it wasn't always like this. I used to wake up and sleep until 12 in the afternoon right here. I had acne. I was depressed. I felt absolute miserable. I would wake up, walk upstairs, have some pancakes, and then I would probably scroll on my phone, look at chicks, or either smoke weed with my brother. And guess what? That dude was average. He hated his life. He didn't want to wake up. And this ego that he had was blocking him from his full potential. But once you build up to your full potential by building your discipline through having a routine, a morning routine, having your daily habits, having your nighttime routine, that's what's truly going to help you reach the best version of yourself. Because you're going to build that discipline so strong, you're going to hurt your ego if you miss a day. If I ever miss a day of hitting the creek, I'm going to feel like an absolute Jeff, bro. If I ever miss a day of not working out, I'm going to feel guilty and feel like a bum. That's why I show up each and every day with my heart, passion, whether I like it or not. I've been sick for the past couple of days. I don't care. I'm getting in that creek. My grandma the other day on a call was telling me, yo, you got to stop hitting that creek when you're sick. I'm like, yo, I don't care if I'm sick. I don't care if I'm limping. I lost my chick and was limping down there with my foot almost broken. I still hit the creek. I don't care, bro. I'd rather die than be average. And that's what it comes down to. You gotta die, okay? Or you're gonna be average. I'm telling you that right now. Blood, sweat, and tears gotta come out. You gotta flow out of the spirit, the passion, and burning desire that you have in your heart. Because I've been doing this for so long to the point where I truly don't care. Me 2 years ago, sitting at this table, making YouTube videos, pouring out my heart before I go to work. Okay? You think I'm gonna stop now? No, I'm just getting started. We're just getting turned up because this discipline is gonna keep growing each and every day, and this fire is gonna keep growing each and every day. That's why you have to start with discipline and you gotta start breaking your bad habits. I had bad habits of porn. I had bad habits of eating junk food. I had bad habits of smoking weed, drinking alcohol, lusting over chicks. I had bad habits everywhere. Even bad habits of me not even texting my girl. Bad habits of me not checking in with my friends. Bad habits of closing myself off and locking myself in a room, playing video games, being a little Jeff that was insecure. We're not here to block each other off. We're here to absorb each other's energy so we can rise like a king and get closer to Christ every single day. The world wants you quiet. The world wants you silent. I'm done being silent. I'm bringing my discipline to the table and letting you guys know what's going to help you out and build you into the man that you're meant to become. You're meant to be stoic. You're meant to be a man. You're supposed to walk around with your chest up, feeling good. You're not meant to be depressed, lazy, and full of anxiety. I was that way when I was not taking care of my discipline. So we have to build the discipline through your actions, and it's going to break down your ego and it's going to rebuild it even stronger. I'm telling you that right now. Come on. After we get the discipline locked in, we're going to go into the physique. You guys don't understand. When I was a scrawny little Jeff, my physique was okay. I was shredded, but I was skinny. I was insecure. I got laughed at by my brother because he was bigger than me. Guess what? I had to get jacked because of that. That broke my ego. Whenever your ego breaks, you can build it stronger and meet the man that you were meant to become, okay? I'm telling you that right now. When I was in the gym, knowing that I was skinny, When I was in the gym, knowing that I had acne, I was insecure and I had anxiety. That broke my ego so much. It pushed me to go to the gym and really lock in down below on the workout equipment because I didn't like walking around the gym. I didn't like people seeing me because I was so skinny. Okay, so I literally went down on the farm and started working out there at 6 a.m. in the morning, pitch black, dark, no music, me just in the gym every single day until I built my confidence to start going back to the gym, to start actually lifting heavier weights. Okay, I had to break myself down. I had to tear myself up. A lot of you guys are afraid of getting broken down and breaking yourself, bro. Break yourself. Trust me, you're going to see exactly what you're made of. When I went to Bali, Vietnam, I broke myself, bro. I was starving. I was skinny. I was mentally challenged, bro. And I lost everything before going out there. But I broke myself to rebuild myself even stronger. Same with my dad. He had cancer. He broke himself. Guess what? He's up now and he's getting stronger each and every day. Guess what? My dad, with breaking almost his back in construction, guess what? He broke himself. He got back up. He got even stronger because he broke his ego and he's going to rebuild himself up. A lot of you guys get broke and you guys stay stuck in that box, bro. Get yourself out of that box. You were the only one that is going to come get you out of that box. When I was depressed at my lowest point in my life, nobody was going to come and save me, bro, except for myself. I was broke. I was lost. I was full of anxiety. It's not till God slapped me in the face and realized, yo, what are you doing with your life? And it's when I really got hit with anxiety. I was walking around my neighborhood full of anxiety and stress, and I did not feel good at all. I felt absolute miserable inside every single time I would step foot out of my room, even seeing my family members. It's a reflection of seeing yourself in the mirror, okay? So some of you guys got to look yourself in the mirror and look at your physique and realize what changes are you going to make. The game is out there. 1 pound of protein per body weight is out there. Getting your macros on point is out there. You can find it on the internet. You can look up ChatGPT, bro. It's pretty easy, but you're not willing to look yourself in the mirror, break your ego, and make a change. Okay? And it starts with looking yourself in the mirror. When I would look myself in the mirror and I would want to end my life, is when I had to make a change. Because I was at my lowest point when I broke the ego and realized this is not okay. That's what it has to come down to. You got to be like, this is not okay. The fat that I have right now, this is not okay. Your skinniness right now, this is not okay. And you have to make a change. And it starts with the mind and realizing it's not okay with who you are right now. Okay, your ego is going to block you. Oh, it's just fine. Everybody else is fat. Bro, everybody else is fat because they're average, bro. Do you want to be average? Think about that. Only top 1% men have abs, bro. You got to realize that. And I've been bulking up lately. I didn't get my abs coming back, but I'm on a cut right now, guys. So the abs are gonna be coming even better soon. So, but like it's small little things. Even I'm thinking about my ego's like, yo, bro, you need to get your abs popping more. That's another reason why I'm cutting because my ego loves to sharpen me so much that I have to go on a cut and get shredded because my ego is only here to build me even stronger. But if your ego is the enemy and you're gonna play comfortable, you're gonna stay average. Okay? If I let my ego say, oh, it's fine, you know, it's okay if you have a 4 pack. It's okay if you get comfortable. It's okay if you overeat. I would turn into absolute average Jeff. And that's the last thing that I want. I want my abs to be absolutely shredded, Chad. You don't understand how you feel in the gym, walking around pumped up, and you're absolutely diced, bro. You feel like a king, bro. I'm telling you, like, yeah. Feel those abs, bro. Right there. Jeff, lock in. Okay. It starts with looking yourself in the mirror. That's the physique. And I'm giving you guys a sauce on how to break your mindset and become the man that you're meant to become. So hopefully you got a pen and a paper and you're writing things down. Let's go. Okay, relationships. This is a big one. My ego was blocking me off from building deep relationships, and I'm still working on this each and every day. Relationships are tricky because I am a really blocked off person. I don't like viewing any content. I don't like texting people. I don't like doing a lot of things, bro. I don't. I like being quiet in my room. And as a kid growing up, I used to be outside running around all day, not texting nobody, not calling nobody, nobody checking on me. Like I was legit alone unless I was playing with some friends outside, okay? So I've been up and down with trying to get closer to people. Same with me struggling with my relationship with my girl. It's just I wasn't open enough. I wasn't tearing down this ego, blocking me from moving out of the Holy Spirit. And I'm blessed that I'm filled with the Holy Spirit so I can start building deeper connections with people, okay? Like little small things like reaching out to my boy Ian or texting JP or texting my mom, asking my dad to go hoop. I did that the other day. I feel like I'm starting to build stronger relationships by tearing down my ego and to stop being that quiet, stoic man that is silence, okay? One time I was hanging out with my girl, right? We were eating, correct? With her family. And I'm sitting there in the corner eating my beef and eggs, right? I'm jacked, and everybody else eating pizza, but I'm letting my ego dictate whether I talk to people or not. But it's not like I have hard feelings against any of these people. I love everybody that I see. We're all in the image of God at the end of the day, but I'm so closed off doing my thing, and like I'm trapped in my ego, like I'm scared to reach out to people. I'm scared to connect with people, but life is about connection. Life is about growing together because we are all one under Christ. We're all children of God. And I got to start realizing that more and start flowing out of that more and asking for the discernment because people can't do you wrong if you're not moving the right way. But God even says, fear not because I'm always with you. So I got to stop moving out of fear and start building my relationships up each and every day because relationships are going to bring glory to the people around you. Okay, like my boy JP, like I hit the creek with that dude, and that dude helps me stay consistent with the creek too because this dude's shoulder is dislocated, but he's still hitting the creek. That pushes me to still hit the creek on the days that I don't want to hit the creek. Same with my boy Work. He's in like Thailand right now. He's still posting content. He's still locked in, and that pushes me to still be locked in. And that's from a good relationship that I built with my brothers. Okay, same with my brothers and stuff. I see my brothers struggling with addictions, struggling with alcohol, weed, cocaine, struggling with a lot of things, struggling with lust. And that helps me really build a deeper connection with myself and a connection with them because I see them struggling and they're going to push me to the next level because I don't want to see nobody in my family struggle with things. I want them all to be with Christ. I want them all to be happy. I want them all to truly come to God so they can actually see who they are, okay? Because when I was not seeing who I was, it's not until God came and saved me to truly know exactly who I am. Before I've ever came to God, I was not wearing black. I was not working out. I was not eating clean. I was chasing chicks, doing drugs, and addicted to lust. That's what I was doing. So break the ego. You're going to build deeper relationships. I'm telling you that right now, okay? And I try to practice these things every single day. One way I like practicing it is doing things that you don't want to do. Like, and really trying to tap into the spirit. Like I was on the walk the other day and I was just in the spirit walking, right? And I'm scrolling through my messages. I see one of my boys, Roman, shout out my guy. And I just was like, yo, I haven't talked to Roman in a minute. But my old ego would say, no, you can't text Roman. You got to be quiet. You got to be mysterious. Don't do that. But I was like, why would it matter if I just texted my homie that I knew in high school, bro? So I just sent him a quick video, sending him a song that reminded me of him. It's just like small things that are trying to block you off every single time. And that's your ego blocking you off every single time. I'm telling you that right now, bro. I'm telling you that right now. Same with me. Like my mom is telling me, get your girl flowers. And then also my mom is telling me, but do you have money to get your girl flowers? Are you that man to get your girl flowers yet? Are you him? Do you have your scat pack? Do you have your dream life to get your girl flowers? Like it's these small things that are going to dictate where you're going in life. And it's going to block you off from having abundance and growing towards who you're meant to become. I'm telling you right now. But God also does break your ego for a reason. And he does take things out of your life so you can grow closer to him, okay? Because without those things, I want to be closer to God. So a lot of things had to happen for God's plan. Okay, your purpose. This is a big one. You know, your ego is going to block you from your purpose. If I never let it go of the comfortable ego that I had of being a little Jeff, I would not have my God given purpose inside my heart, okay? The 410 method is my God given method. It's my purpose on why I'm here. Every day I wake up, I have to be Him because I know it's getting me closer to God. And I know it's getting me closer to my family and who I'm meant to be. That's the best thing you can do as a man is to wake up and to know you're getting closer to who you're meant to be. But if you got your ego blocking you out from your purpose, how are you ever going to know who you're meant to be? If you're always chasing pleasures, chasing desires, that's going to get you nowhere. It's going to get you stuck in a box of you being the same version of yourself as if you were the other day. When I had no purpose, when I had the video games, when I had the junk food, when I was at my lowest point, I had no purpose. And it was blocking me off from my abundance mindset, blocking me off from my dream physique, blocking me off from my discipline and my relationships because I had no driving force inside me. And one thing I tell you guys, if you find your purpose, find it in God. That's one thing I struggled with. Because I was trying to do everything out of my own will, out of my own force, instead of going to the Father. And it's not until the Father came to me and actually helped me out until I realized, wow, I should have been going to God the whole time. God was there the whole time. I just lost a relationship because I wasn't following God. I just relapsed because I wasn't following God. I just was eating processed food because I wasn't following the word of God that tells us to eat clean. I just fell short because I wasn't planting seeds to grow myself. I just fell short because I wasn't following God. You got to realize everything ties back to God at the end of the day. The reason why you're breathing, the reason why you're here, the reason why you feel guilty after smoking weed, after drinking alcohol. I used to feel the same way. I used to feel guilty of eating even processed food. I used to feel guilty of like doing little things. And that's what truly got me closer to him because the guilt, repentance made me find my purpose. Repenting of smoking the weed, repenting of drinking alcohol when I said I wasn't. You know, these things add up. And once you really get over it of not having your purpose, that's when you're gonna break your ego and rebuild your God-given purpose. Okay? Because the ego is always gonna be here, bro. It's physical. G. Like you can't always be in the spirit perfect like Christ, bro. It's like it's very hard. But that's why you have God and you can call on his name and you can listen to his word and open up the Bible at any time. He's always here. Okay. Purpose. Now we're gonna go down to your business. And my business has been growing, but it also has not been growing. And I gotta realize I'm not the man that I need to be right now. Me 2 years ago, starting up my fitness coaching, I was making about $0. But now I'm making constant money with my coaching. And I gotta realize that is a big change, bro. Like these small steps that you're taking, you have to realize this is a big change on your journey. But if I would look to where I'm at now and say, oh, you're only making like 300, 400 a month, that's not really good. You should be making way more than that. Look at the people around you that are in Miami doing coaching. They're making 100K a month. Look at them. They got the cars. They got everything. They're the same age as you. Where are you at, Julian? If I would use that to get in my head, I would be losing the game. I would be losing the battle. You got to remember, you can't force things. You have to flow like the river. You wonder why I get in the creek every single day. Because I got to flow like the creek and go with life. I can't physically force things to happen. I already realized that going to Bali, Vietnam. I try to force an outcome. I try to force myself to get clients. I can't do that. That is out of my control. I can put the steps in place to grow my business, but I can't dictate Whether this guy wants to buy, whether this girl wants to hop on the program, I can't dictate none of that. All I can do is dictate my ego and building my discipline and still focusing on God each and every day. Okay, so you have to tear it down, you have to rebuild it and realize this is a waiting game. Everything's not going to come to you right away. Your mind is always going to block you off from reaching your full potential. But if you never quit, you'll always keep going and you'll always improve each and every day. That's one thing I wish I can tell my younger self. Just keep going, keep pushing through. Whether the days are sunny, whether they're not, keep showing up. It's going to be black and white at the end of the day because we're all going to be in the dirt. But the real ones are going to go to the light. It's that simple. Let's go. Okay, your business and emotional control. Emotional control and your ego. You guys got to realize you can't control a lot of things in life. You can't control your girlfriend, but you can't dictate what you do. Okay? And when I was in my relationship, I wasn't controlling what I was doing to try to make a girl feel better. I was actually just blocking myself off and being an insecure little jet because I didn't know I wasn't the man that I was meant to be to have a girl at that time. And I knew that I wasn't following God. So that was my ego blocking off from me trying to grow emotionally closer to a girl that I really liked. Same with me with my family. If I'm not showing my emotions, if I'm not showing excitement towards my dad, does my dad even know that I love him? Probably not. So he's not going to build a deeper connection with me. Same with my brothers. If I'm not showing myself and showing the music that I like, then of course I'm not going to get closer to my brothers. Okay? It's that simple. But guess what? I've been practicing those things every single day. The other day, I went up to my mom's and I was playing some songs with my brother, showing him my spirit, showing him where I'm at, showing him where I stand. And I just built a deeper connection with my brother because I'm opening up and I'm showing him my emotions. Same with my boy Work. I was opening up, showing him who I am, even though I'm a dark, stoic man that have a strong ego. The physical that I have is very strong. So I have to be open every single day. That's another reason why I love content so much because I constantly open myself and tear myself down and rebuild myself in front of your guys' eyes, okay? And I could be a lone wolf. I could just turn off the camera, conquer, work out, be that one stoic man that is so jacked and buff, driving a scat pack, but nobody even knows what he's been through and where he's going, okay? But I want to take you guys along on the journey because I know I'm here for a long time, but a short time because I'm going to keep chasing this journey and I'm going to keep growing each and every day. And it starts with breaking myself down. I don't want to tell you guys my problems. I don't want to tell you how my dad had cancer and I was absolutely crying and tearing up. I don't want to tell you how my mom can barely afford groceries and stuff and how that hurts me deep down. And I really want to help my mom out and really break her free and get financially free so I can make all these things happen. But it all starts with breaking this down and realizing you have the most potential in the world and you have to unlock it with your mindset, unlock it with your discipline, unlock it with your physique, unlock it with your relationships, unlock it with your God given purpose, unlock it with your business, and unlock it with your emotional control. So hopefully, you guys got some wisdom. You guys can take this structure and sharpen yourself each and every day. And I want you guys to take each word and write down 4 things on how you can unlock that new version of yourself by breaking the old ego that you have, okay? So take the mindset and write down 4 things that you can do, or you can do 10 things. I just want it to be aligned with 410. If you feel like 10 things is better, then do 10 things. Write down 10 things on how you can break your limiting mindset, okay? Write down 10 things on how you can build your dream physique with breaking your ego. Write down 10 things to build your discipline by breaking your ego. Write down 10 things about your relationship on how you're going to build deeper relationships by tearing down the old version of yourself so you can get closer with your dad, get closer with your mom because I want to get closer to my dad each and every day. And I didn't really have my dad growing up as a kid because I'll spend a lot of time with my mom. I'll see my dad on the weekends. And it was very hard not having a father figure in your life, especially when you see your mom waking up at 4 a.m., putting in the work, grinding away, and you're just a young kid. You don't know what you can do, bro. Like, it's crazy to me that all these things happen and I'm here where I'm at right now. And I want to help you guys out so much, but you got to be willing to write down things and really break that ego. Even you right now thinking about, oh, I don't got to write down this thing. It's totally fine if I just go on with my day. I'll write it down later. Every time you push something to the side, you're never going to get it done, bro. I'm telling you that right now, bro. If I ever push me making this video to the side, it's going to be harder for me to make as the days go on, okay? Lucky for me, I have discipline. I have a strong ego to the point where I'm not going to go a week without posting at least a YouTube video a week, okay? Because I'm getting somewhere and I'm trying to strive for greatness every single day. And then same with your purpose. Write down 10 things that are going to help you get closer to your purpose with breaking your old ego and where you're at, because your old purpose does not serve you to where you're trying to go, okay? Same with your business. Your business cannot serve you if it's a past version of yourself. The old version of me that was making terrible content, that was making light skin videos, is not going to help me build my fitness coaching in the future. Okay? And then emotional control. My emotional control and not opening up emotionally to my girl is not going to help me opening up emotionally to my new girl. Okay? Like, these things don't work out. You have to break the ego and rebuild yourself so you can become a new man. Okay? And all these actions matter. You can't just become a new man by thinking you're a new man. You have to take the steps to become the new man. I can't just have a blacked out scat because my mind tells me I want a blacked out scat. I got to take the steps to actually get the blacked out scat. And then I'm that new identity of breaking my ego and taking the steps. Okay, so please take the steps, and hopefully this video can help you guys out. Let me know in the comments if it did, and let me know, what are you struggling with the most out of all of these 7 things right here? What are you struggling with the most, and what is your ego blocking you off from? Because once you break it down, God's gonna bring you blessings, and I'm telling you that right now. When I got with my first girlfriend, I was walking with faith. I had no ego block me off. I had nothing. I was just, yeah, let's try it. But me now, I have something block me off. I have something block me off, like doubt, fear, my mindset, how it's gonna affect my future. And that's why I asked for the Holy Spirit to give me discernment and to give me faith. Because if you don't take this video and walk with faith with it, you're never gonna make a change. You're never gonna break yourself down, and you're never gonna build yourself up. Okay? So hopefully you guys can take this and use it in the right direction. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Like, sub, let's keep growing. And that's not my ego telling me. That's just out of love, bro. At least you can do for me spending all this knowledge is give me a like and a sub. Because we're going to keep growing each and every day, whether you like it or not. I'm on this journey and I'm fully locked in because I already lost too much. I already see my brothers go down the wrong path. I already see what this world can do to your family. And I'm done with it. I'm going to break the chains. And I'm going to be the one in my family that stands out and be's different. I'm telling you right now, I don't care, bro. I already lost too much things. So it's either I die with this purpose or I keep going. At the end of the day, that's all it is. I either die with this purpose or I keep going. And I'm going to see where it gets me. And I know it's going to get me to success because I have the blueprint laid out. Same with you right now. Break down that ego because you have the blueprint, and I just spit the facts for you guys. Okay? If you want one-on-one coaching from me to level up every single aspect of your life as a man, whether it's your discipline, your mindset, your physique, I have all the game that's going to help you out. And I have the wisdom to crack open your mind to truly help you become the best version of yourself, because I struggled in the same position that you're in. Whether you're skinny and insecure, it doesn't matter. You can get jacked. You can have the discipline. You can have the mindset. But guess what? You're not going to get there in 12 months. But if you have a coach like me, I'm going to get there in 6 months because you're fully locked in. And if you need any more game or free value, you can always go to my IG and DM me anything that you need help with, bro. I'm open arms, open mind, open heart to help out each and every one of you viewers right now, don't be afraid to come and text me, bro. The following does not matter. It's where my heart's at, and I'm pouring it out each and every day. So make sure you guys are tapped in and click that link if you're actually looking for a coach. 410 will get you right. I'm telling you right now. Right there, boys. Catch you later. Little